You better work, bitch. Hello, Greaseballs, and welcome to the Grease, where we will overanalyze this week's episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17. If you are watching this, by the way, this was live streamed on Twitch and YouTube. You can check us out. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's the same. Or Princess Capella on Twitch. Come watch us. I'm your host, Princess Capella, joined by none other than Yoshida.
What? It's me, Hoshida. Also, if you're watching this right now, you're gay. Welcome, girls!
Don't tell anybody my secret. It's episode 6. Let's Get Sea Sickening Ball. Last week, Susie Toot won with Lydia and Arietti facing off in the lip sync. Lydia wins, but Arietti was saved by the Badunkadunk tank. Explain that sentence to a straight person.
It can't be done. Rune misinterpreted. Starting
off this episode, there was a little kernel, a little popcorn among the fray, where Hormona Lisa says 2 people could go home. And this immediately had me thinking that this week's episode was going to be a double sachet, and I was getting really, really excited. Because we are definitely going to have one, right? Because nobody has gone home.
I mean, I don't know. We have to sit and think about episode count and shit like that. But
how many episodes are in this season, do you know?
I think last season there were 16 episodes or something like that.
Jesus. Milking
So there could be literally 10 more fucking episodes.
That would be crazy. Well, we do have a mini challenge this week where the queens are moving a lipstick from a case through a glory hole into another case, but they cannot use their hands. It's 2018. COVID never happened. We are putting our mouths on the makeup, on other contestants, on the holes. We're chewing the set pieces. I was surprised.
No, yeah, it was a little bit weird. I was like, are they actually? I bet some of them would fall into each other and maybe kiss each other.
And maybe, oh my gosh.
I was gonna say Corey kind of did make a good point though, because we were just kind of discussing wait, there has to be a double elimination at some point, because episode 6 and there's still fucking 12 of them. That's wild. So I thought it was funny that Corey was actually I could have kind of stood to have Arietti sent home, because bitch, she's good competition and Corey really hasn't been doing very well.
I think any of the contestants would be happy to see Arietti go home. I mean, she's not been massively strong other than the design challenge, but this week is the ball and there are 3 categories. So we're gonna grease and gross, the bathing beauties category, the sea creature couture, and then we're gonna rank the sea sickening eleganzers. But first we need to talk about the drama that happened this episode.
Are we talking spray paint gate?
Yes. Let me first put this image that I found on screen. Where did I save this? Oh, I found it. Oh my gosh. Well, okay, now I've just guys, I ruined the stream. Do you guys know that I am an IT professional? This was the spray paint gate where
it was Sam.
Lexi Love's outfit was ruined, right?
Yeah.
And she comes in and she's screaming, "Oh my god, who ruined my outfit?" And it was in that moment, my heart was breaking for her, for sure. Anya, Nerve, and Arietti thought it was an actual tarp and used it to spray paint their garments on. And Anya didn't admit to it, even though fully she knew what was going on. She knew as soon as Lexi came in. Yeah. So how do you feel about how this was handled? And let me move a little bit so you can see Jules.
So, okay, I get it. I get that she was upset, but it literally was a blue tarp. All tarps are blue.
Yeah.
So easy mistake. So my question is what was Lexi's goal by being so were you gonna fight? What was your goal?
I thought they were gonna kind of
such acting such a big badass, and then even once Anya did kind of explain what had happened and what was going on, she just kept being like, own it, own it, own it. And she was like, I literally am trying to explain to you and do that right now. But like, I just felt like Lexi was way too aggressive with this. Like, I do get where she was coming from, but it was like a tiny corner of her thing, which maybe she could have spray painted in what, 5 more minutes? So like, I don't know. I feel like it was like really blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
But also, Anya could have just turned around.
That I was kind of thinking the same thing though, right? Like, they spray painted on the tarp outfit. They're spray painting their tarp based outfits on another tarp. So it's like,
right.
One, I understand making that mistake because it looks literally like it. I mean, it doesn't even just look like a tarp. It literally is a tarp. But their garments were also like tarps. So it kind of was just like, but yeah, Grumps is right.
Yeah.
She came in like ready to throw hands. And I literally thought when Lexi came back in after she realized that it was Anya, I thought they were going to fight.
She looked like she was gonna like bump into her really hard when she walked by.
Yeah. Which, Joshita, you have a physical fight on your 2025 Drag Race predictions, and you almost got it.
Oh my god! Didn't I also have the relationship one?
You did. You had showmance on there. You're winning.
If I get 2, come on. Also, I lived for Jules being like, first the trends and now this.
I know.
I'm
Crazy.
Like, you little shit stirrer.
She is. Should I
just leave?
Should I just leave the background of this image?
I think you should just leave.
Okay. So, we're going to start off with our ball looks. Our first queen is a Crystal Envy.
And we're talking, what's the category? Bathing Beauties.
Bathing Beauties.
Ooh. I thought it was kind of cute. Like, it was definitely recognizable as Barbie. You had the bathing suit. She pulled out the little curly looking merkin thing. I would say that it was probably one of her better in this one. And I will still give it a light grease.
Okay. The bang moment was cute with the little poodle bang, but I wasn't really blown away.
Me neither.
But also, I think it's not necessarily like hard or no. I expect somebody is going to gag me in a category called Bathing Beauties, but I think for the most part, I'm just going to see a bunch of bathing suits.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not feeling like I'm going to be totally gagged by this category. I gave this a nooch.
A noocherini.
Our next category is Sea Creature Couture. Couture. And Crystal Envy was giving us pufferfish.
I didn't get pufferfish from looking at it, and until I looked at like the shoes. I'm not sure. There's something about this that I don't like, and I feel like it's the overall silhouette because it's very like strange. I feel like this one for me is an nooch.
Okay. I could see where like areas where it could look more like a pufferfish. The spikes look so much like spikes and not spines. You know, pufferfishes have spines, so that when they're like thin, they're like needles, right? And the print on it almost reads like a giraffe print. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're very right.
I could kind of see those being similar. It's giving Bowser. Yeah, I mean, turtle shell.
We need a little green.
I still like this, and I liked that it did inflate. It was very slow because that's how real life works. But I liked that it inflated. I thought that was cool. So I do give this a grease. All right. And then our final category, which the queens had to make themselves, was Sea Sickening Couture. Or what is it?
Sea Sickening Eleganza.
Eleganza. Okay, I was like, no, Couture was the last one. I liked the color combo here. I thought the matching of the lays and the fabrics was really impressive. Like, how did that match so well? That's crazy. It was also impressive that this type of garment with a non-stretch fabric, she wasn't completely bricking walking down the runway. Like, she could still kind of move. Like, she wiggled her ass and wallowed herself down the runway. And that was impressive. to me. So I have this in All Right
All
Mama.
right.
I agree with most of what you said. This fits her really, really well. And it's wild that she was able to match them so closely. This reminds me of like the banana and the strawberry Laffy Taffy. So that made me really like it. She looked great. I'm not gonna lie, like this is impressive. I agree with an All Right Mama for this.
All right.
Nice. Okay.
I do think she's boring as all hell, but
I wish she would stop like sticking out her tongue and doing weird things with her fingers and like, yeah, I wish she would stop that. This is Jules Sparkles and the Bathing Beauty category.
So I hate the pantyhose moment coming up and just sitting there in her midriff. That shouldn't be there. Other than that, I kind of love it. It's pretty simple, but that fucking wig. And that wig is amazing. And she's got good body. I just hate that she has those pantyhose like looking like that. I guess light grease.
Okay. I think this was an opportunity for Jules to wear some titties.
Exactly.
That was a little disappointing. And yeah, the pantyhose are kind of, I think she's trying to hide them a little bit with the chains, but it's like still, you know, you see that clear line there of where they start, especially because these are like rhinestone, you know, jeez. But other than that, I did like the color, and it's very Miami, you know, where she's from. So that was cute. I'll also give this a Grease. Jules Sea Creature Couture, she was a Spanish dancer, which we have a legendary clip where I call Yoshida racist for something about a Spanish dancer. I think if anything, Brooke's outfit perfectly encapsulated what Supermodel of the New World should have been.
I actually fucking hated Brooke's look. I absolutely hated it.
God.
It's probably the worst I've seen her on the show.
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
It wasn't. It looked like a fucking Spanish dancer. It was
What's
like
wrong with that?
weird.
Oh my god, you're racist.
No, like the animal.
Oh, okay.
Like the underwater.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, I hated that.
Can't stand you.
Anyways, ugly green wig.
This is beautiful, and it really does look like a Spanish dancer. I think this is great, and I think this is a Grease.
I like that it's literal enough that you see clearly what it's supposed to be, but it is also like actually a dress. It's not so avant-garde that it doesn't look like a dress. I like the way that she's done her makeup. It's a little bit of a different hair color. It does look like a beautiful labia. And for that,
red, shiny,
definite
angry
Grease.
one. Angry red labia.
Angry. Jules's Sea Sickening Eleganza.
This is pretty good. The cut for the hip bothers me a little bit, just because it's like, I just feel like it's slightly off, like a little too high. But I think she looks good. Like, it's not so good that I can't tell she made it, but I'm still gonna give this a Grease. I'm sorry, I'm gonna put this in kind of like lower, upper, but is it fashion?
Okay. I thought this being safe was kind of a gag. I thought this was really good. This was her second time really turning out the design challenge and then being safe, because she was totally safe, right?
Yeah,
and that sucked because she was ruching so
with
much.
that green ruching.
Yeah. So that I felt really sad for her, and I'm sure she was kind of disappointed by that, and that sucks. Because I thought this was sickening. I actually had this in All Right Mama, but I could put it in the top of But Is It Fashion.
Okay.
Nextly is Lydia Butthole Collins. Oh.
I did not realize these were supposed to be penises until she said it, and I could like truly see the one there.
Yeah, the one where
in her crotch, in her crotchal area. And I still, even after that, I was like, they still kind of look like Bowser horns or something. And I mean, she looks good. I do like that hair on her. I'll give this a light Grease.
I thought this worked well with her humor, and I think we're getting a better glimpse of who she is, especially the past couple episodes. That's really been coming together. From the front, the multiple penises doesn't really read, which was a shame because once she turned to the sides, like, oh, you kind of can see what's going on there. But I do see what you're saying. They kind of just like, look, if Bowser was reversed and thus his spikes were on the front kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I did still like it, so I'm giving this a Grease. Okay. Now, is this giving you PTSD from Canada?
Yes,
or...
it is. Fucking, I hate Oh My God, and I hate this look. I think this is a gross.
Wow.
It doesn't even do what it doesn't even do what it's supposed to do. Like, her legs shouldn't be visible through that skirt part. And then the legs that are supposed to be her, like, fake legs look so bad.
Yeah, those do look really bad.
Survey says,
What I don't understand about it is that well, I guess I do understand, is that she's dressed like a jockey because, like, she's riding the fish, which I guess, that makes sense. But also I'm just kind of like, why? I love the anglerfish because he's pretty cool. Campy.
Yeah.
Like, I love him, but the details, you're right. Like, the legs look bad, and, she shouldn't be able to see her legs. And this is like a really difficult thing to achieve with an animal that literally doesn't have legs.
Yes, for sure.
I think that's where the mark was missed there.
Come on, butthole, think.
That's right. I do still like this though, and I'm gonna nooch it. I mean, we have different opinions and levels of taste. Okay. Yeah. So Lydia's Sea Sickening Eleganza.
There's like shaping and silhouette issues, and it's just like not super polished. It's like, I guess she tried to go. I'm gonna put it in the top of cut your fucking wigs up.
This kind of missed the mark. Again, it's too big, which is something that she's definitely recurring. I had this in cut your wigs.
Cut your fucking wigs up. Damn sure. Okay, this one was the first one, and it wasn't like, it looked good. She's very polished. I will always give her that. And she always does have body, titties, padding. She's a very impressive queen for how young she is.
Yeah.
This just wasn't like crazy special or anything, but it's still Grease.
I think my main issue with it is the wig. The wig is like that. This is called like a Gibson roll. And I know that it's drag, but for like a bathing suit, if you are doing a vintagey, like period hair, I just would rather see a different style than like the Gibson roll, especially because this roll is so huge because it's a fucking drag queen. I just like don't like this hair with it, and that really like distracted me so much.
It would have been cute if she did a little like swimmer's cap and a pussycat wig.
Yeah, that would have been sickening. Hello.
Hello.
And the panty I think could have been cut a little bit higher on the leg too, but still a Grease.
Yeah. Damn star.
Damn star. And then the total 180 here to the viper fish.
For the sea creature couture. This is bomb. I love this. I thought this was really cool. And like the teeth over her face really, really emulate that visual that you get from the fish itself. Mm-hmm. This is really good. This is a big old Grease. A big dripping, popping, wet Grease.
Like Grease. Short ribs, braised short ribs. I love that this is like almost kind of fetishy with the cage and the spikes, but it's also still like so sparkly and rhinestoned and that beautiful pageantry that you kind of expect with Samstar. The whole thing was just like very inspired. This was so cool, and I thought it was really different for Sam, and I loved that. So that was a Grease. What did you think of Sam's Sea Sickening Eleganzers?
Aesthetically, I hate it and I think it's ugly, but like structurally, it's very good. Like it's this is like what you should do when you get trash stuff, is make big gowns out of it and like make a cape or just something big and dramatic. But it all works really well. She managed to get everything to kind of like make a shape. And I'll still grease it, even though I hate every single color.
Yeah, I figured you wouldn't like this. But what I think is okay, so I can kind of see that it's like a tarp or something with the bags attached to it somehow, which is like still quite impressive that she got so much volume out of the skirt if it's pretty much just a tarp. Like there still had to be some construction that went into that. And also like we don't see bags falling off of it. You know, like they're secured on there quite well. And the concept of it worked really well too. Everything that she did. I agree that like the color palette is not my favorite, but it was executed really, really well. So I have this in All Right Mama.
All right.
Even if it's not my favorite.
Oh yeah, I'd put it there too. I said grease, but I'll put it there too. Boom!
Anya Nerve.
Miss Bathing Beauty Anya Nerve. I love how much body she's got in this. Like,
Crazy.
it is super voluptuous and sexy. This one is pretty simple. I feel like a lot of the queens did simple for their first look, or at least one of them was incredibly simple versus the other two. But there's nothing wrong with this. I'll still grease it.
Grease.
Like her ass is so big and juicy in this. She looks like she has scoliosis. It's crazy.
She looks like a rich lady at a resort.
She does. It's very white party. And this is one of my favorite bathing beauty looks because even though it is simple, it's still bodied out. It's glamorous, you know, in its own way. It's just like really well done. Like, and she's got titties, she's got ass, she's got beautiful big blonde hair, and that's what I want to see for my drag queens. So that's a grease.
She has boobs.
Big boobs.
Boobs.
Okay, I'm curious what you think of Anya's sea creature look.
Okay, I love the sea creature look.
Okay.
I think the shapes are cool. I think the angles are cool.
This though, okay, I love this look so much, but this also made me want somebody to literally just do Patrick Star when he has the fishnets on. That would have been so fucking
do it
funny.
well.
Yes,
like
yes.
polish, cunty, and it's got to be a big girl.
Yes, if someone had just come out full pink in Patrick Star with the fishnets, gag. But yes, this was the grease. For sure. Oh, okay, yeah. So the Sea Sickening look, Joshita, I need to ask you, was this worth ruining Lexi Love's outfit?
In my opinion, no. However, because I think it's ugly, but however, it is constructed well. It's kind of safe because it's like one of those things where it's just like a lot of shit draped and then cinched.
Yeah.
But it works. It does work. And like I love Anya a lot. And I do think she pulled it off. I don't know what's going on with the headpiece, to be honest. I'll put it at the top, bottom of, but is it fashion?
My main issue with this is that she's not wearing panties, right? So right there is just, you're just seeing Barbie booty hole.
Barbie booty.
And
Pamper pussy.
It's giving pamper pussy. And it just was kind of drab. You know, I get that it's earth tones, but I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this, which is a shame because I thought the rest of Anya's package tonight was really nice. But I think I have this in like cut your wigs up.
Cut your fucking wigs up.
All right, I'll give you that.
Okay. We can put her higher than Lydia though. Now this bitch though, however, Arietti's swimsuit category.
This is great. I love this. It's beautiful. I think it's chic. It's giving body. It's giving alien. She's fucking painted. The hair looks really cool. Like, this is a huge grease.
Even without the bodysuit and the makeup, like this bathing suit is one of the better looks of the night. It has so many elements with the straps and all the cutouts and the shape on the waist and the little pieces of chiffon or whatever the fuck that is. But then on top of it, she's like fully alien goddessed out. And this gives me so much Magnetica. And it makes me so sad. Huge, massive grease. Like, this is the grease of the night for me.
Huge, massive.
And then we go on to her next fucking look, which is also incredible lionfish.
Bruh. This one was really cool. And do you notice how different her mug was every single look?
How did she do that?
I read an article or something on somewhere that said that they only have like roughly 20 to 30 minutes between looks to change. So like, how the fuck did she manage to do this to her face in that amount of time?
I saw
Plus
people
get the garment on.
I saw people online saying that she might have used like a layer of liquid latex on her skin. Because like, you know, I've, especially with the blue foundation that she was using for the first look, like I've done makeup looks with that stuff, and the blue is one of those colors that like really stains. Granted, she's putting other skin tone color makeup on over it, but like to get that off and put on a completely other face is fucking crazy. However she did that, and I hope she talks about it at some point. Okay, and for Sea Sickening Eleganza.
This is amazing. This looks like something that she brought. This does not look like something that she made there. I absolutely love it. I love like the color palette. I love her elf ears. I love her makeup. I love the glasses. I love like the coral-esque looking like everything about it is amazing. Even the shoes. This is gonna be a Slayana for me this week because I couldn't do that to either of her other looks. So
yeah, this whole like this just topped off the night like perfectly. It's like that so little spray of just whipped cream on top of something already completely delectable and amazing. And like
big nipple titties.
Nobody else used this fabric either, like this material. And she was able to get such an amazing structure out of it, like the structure that she built at the hips to give her waist that amazing snatchery, and she oiled up and buttered up the legs. Like she looks just down, sickening grease. Also a Slayana. Double Slayana.
All day.
Double Slayante, greased up, ready to eat.
Ready to eat, baked at 450
That's
broiled.
Me, bitch. Bitch, I'm ready to eat. I want a donut so bad.
Girl, we've got to speed run the rest of this before Joshita passes out. Our next bitch on the stage is Susie Toot.
I hate this look. And I get what it is. I know what it is, and I just don't like it a lot. And it's like, it looks like Miss Cracker kind of. Like I don't I can't. No, this is a gross.
I like the idea of what was happening here, and that it's like a different take on the Bathing Beauties, because we're getting like the male play suit vintageness here. But I think part of the reason I don't like it is the colors are off. Like, is it supposed to look sepia toned? Because her whole like hers
her whole is sepia tone.
It's all sepia tone. Like the whole outfit just makes all the coloring look very weird to me, and I think it just missed the mark. And I gross it.
Gross.
What did you think of the sea sickening coconut
creature couture
octopus?
Coconut couture. I loved this one actually. I thought it was cute. I thought it was vibrant. I thought her hair was really cool. I thought it had really cool like details. I'll grease this.
Yeah, it was kind of different from what we've seen from Suzanne Tudis so far. And the construction is done really well. Like, you can't fault this really at all.
Polished.
It's really, really cool. The shoes are cool. The arms are cool. The hair is different. I like that. And I'm going to grease that. Okay, and then we get to the Sea Sickening Eleganza.
This is like okay, I guess. It's just like why, I guess is my question. Why? And I do think it's kind of ugly.
Kind of ugly.
It's very ugly. I'm gonna put this in like the top of like, nah, maybe not quite the top, but cut your
fucking wigs up.
See, I don't know. I was kind of harsh on this because I'm just like,
For
really,
Suzanne
girl?
Tudo?
Like, really, Amelia Earhart, really? Like, really? That's where you went. Okay. I think I'm ready for a new storyline from Suzanne Tudis because everything has been this kind of aesthetic, this
It's
same
the
kind of.
headband. It really,
Yeah.
it's bad.
It's kind of weird. It's supposed to be like flight goggles, but it's like 2 chalk boobies. I don't know. What are those? Those evolution of smooth lip balms. What are they? I don't know what those are.
Snowman boobies.
I can't.
And
I put this in Drag Delusion because I'm just like over it.
I don't feel like it was that bad.
We can put it at the bottom of Cut Your Wigs Up. Like I said, I think I was really harsh on
Okay.
this because I'm just like sick of her. I'm
It
sick of
was
her.
constructed well. I'm sick of Miss Tudis. Okay, can we just like wipe the board and start over, Corey King? Can you just like give us something different, please? And do something a little bit more like you. Don't do a tribute to Katy Perry. Don't do this. Don't do that. Please.
Please.
I'm gonna nooch this.
She has no hair, so why does she put her wigs so far forward? Like the wig is like crazy.
I think it's to get rid of a 5 head.
Okay, fair, but like where are all of her sisters? Being like,
Where
Corey,
are her sisters?
Corey, that wig's crazy. Where's Lydia Beehole Twinkington to be like,
Twinkington.
sweetheart, darling? What's going on with the wiggery?
The Victorian orphan, Miss
Right.
Butthole.
Yes, I nooched this. It's but I abjure it. I want to forget about it. So then we go on to the Mandarin fish sea creature couture.
I wish that was not what it is. I don't know quite what I wish. I wish maybe their cape wasn't there, but then it really wouldn't look like a fish. The boobs look like a little big. I hate the wig. I'm gonna give this a nooch as well.
What it looks like to me is that she had the bodysuit and the jacket, and it kind of looks
Yes.
like the fish, and so they made the cape to put on it, which is fine.
Dumb and ugly.
So I think if it didn't have the cape on it, I think I would like it. But this wig looks like one of those wet wigs that dried out, like it was supposed to be wet, and it's like crunchy, and I'm just not buying.
Thrax wig.
Yeah, that is a Chiron Thrax wig. Oh my god. Catching strays. So for all of those reasons, I'm gonna nooch this.
But also, this is giving me Vanity Milan 100% on her
That's
season of
so
UK when
right.
she did the same fucking thing. But I think Vanity's might have been a little bit better. Not gonna lie, I'm not in love with this. I don't know why she put the shit on her shoulder. Like really. Another nooch.
Well, this is a ranked outfit.
Oh yeah, so cut your wigs.
Cut your fucking wigs
Okay,
up.
I actually had this in Cut Your Wigs Up too. This is not the tea. This is just a bunch of ropes glued to a corset. And the
Yeah.
back's not finished. So, like her ass is all hanging out. It's just,
Fucking ass.
no.
Your fucking ass.
This is just no. And it's a shame because I really like Corey King. I really love her YouTube channel. If you're not watching her YouTube channel, it's quite funny. She just did a video where she did Susie Toots makeup and then like called Susie. It was really funny.
She's funny on TikTok too. I love
Yeah.
it. But it's like, why weren't you funny on Drag Race?
Right. Acacia forgot. Bathing Beauty.
Acacia forgot.
How did
The Bathing
How did
Beauty.
you feel about this?
I love this look. I'm not gonna lie. I really do
so
like
interesting
it.
to me.
I do like it. I love the wig, huge fat wig glued onto the swimmer's cap. Like, I think this is cute and campy. And you know, for Acacia, not bad. I'm gonna give this one a little
Grease.
I was really surprised because the judges were talking about a fit issue, and I'm just like okay,
No,
I'm
this
pausing
looks
it.
beautifully.
Right, I'm pausing it, and I'm like looking, and I'm scrubbing around. What fit issue? I don't see.
No.
There's a tiny, minuscule, millimeters of a gap at the hip because it's like latex or that PVC, right? So I don't know. I'm just like, I'm not seeing a fit issue here. I think it looks
It looks
great.
great.
My issue is the two-tone of the tights, because these tights look like they might be a little bit small, and the top of the I'm seeing like the top of the tights at her booty, midway booty
that
point.
could be maybe it.
Yeah, but Carly, I agree. Like, I thought this was quite cute. I actually really liked this. I would give this a Grease. This was in my tops for the bathing beauty looks. Like, this was
The bathing
camp.
beauty. We love that.
Love that. All right, and then Acacia's Sea Creature inspo was the Feather Star, as seen on the screen here.
Which is a cute idea. I think it's a good idea to choose that. But and I think from the neck up, she looks great and she looks like the Feather Star. But like, and her fingernails are cool too. I do live for that. But I feel like the ones around her shoulder are like she ran out of money or did them after or something. Also, the side of the dress like goes up in a weird, like the skirt, it goes up in a weird way for some reason, and it doesn't look very intentional or good. So I'm gonna give this one a nooch because of that.
Okay. I love the headpiece and the hair. I love this little pussycat wig on her. I'm living for that. It's really cute. And like, she wears a lot of blush, but I do really like the shape of her makeup. I like the way that she paints, even if it is quite a lot of blush. The blush blindness has set in.
It is.
I would have liked to also have seen this outfit with coloring more similar to the Feather Star. A little bit more natural colors, but I do...
Not just all red, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still greasing this. Okay, and for our ranked look, which is the Sea Sickening Eleganza here.
See, here's the thing with this one. This is ugly, but it's, in my opinion, it looks well put together. She's got good shape, mostly, and the little technique that she talked about by giving herself some body with like the dress part of it.
Yeah,
I think it actually worked the way that she planned. So I would put this maybe not at the top, but higher up in Cut Your
Fucking Wigs Up.
Okay. Yeah, I think the drop waist is a hard look for a drag queen to do.
Especially using a tarp.
Yeah, especially the tarp. And that's the thing about the tarp as well, is that I think the skirt needed a little bit more work. It needed like more pleating, but the thing is, like, I don't think you can really like iron a tarp to get those like nice crisp lines.
It would probably melt.
Yeah, it probably would melt, but then that might look cool, so who knows.
Let me iron my tarp really quick.
Right. But with some changes, I think it could have been really cute. I actually did have this at the top of Cut Your Wigs Up as well. Okay, where is this? This is right here. A lot of Cut Your Wigs Up. We're putting a lot of girls in. Where am I?
I'm ruining your string.
That was awesome. Next up is Lexi Love. And her bathing beauties, this is like a little bit of a nod to Madonna, right?
Yeah, like Madonna does, Valentina does Madonna, does Lexi Love.
Does a Merkin.
Lexi Love. The Merkin. She looks great, obviously.
She's so pretty.
The wig is everything. We have seen the look a couple of times before. We get the reference. She added some campiness to it. I'll give it a like.
Grease.
What did I say? I'd live for that Merkin. I love the fucking Merkin.
With the crabs.
Yes, it's so cute.
Kill.
Gag. So this was a Grease for me, for sure.
Grease.
Lexi Love's inspo was the purple stinger jellyfish for the Sea Creature Couture.
I don't know. I thought she could have maybe done a little bit more with this one. It looks good. I don't know. It's still a Grease. I'm still going to give it a Grease. It just doesn't scream jellyfish until you look at it for a little bit.
Except for the jellyfish on her head.
Yeah.
All right, so for the Sea Sickening Eleganza, this was the look that got ruined by the spray paint.
Right. I live for that wig, by the way. I think it's great. She's got a lot of good wigs. Although I don't think this looks good very much. It just looked like she cut a hole in a tarp.
Yes. Okay.
and put it around her shoulders. It doesn't look super, like, she painted it, yes, and glued shit to it, but it doesn't look like styled particularly.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Help me!
And for that, I'm gonna put this. It's a cut your wigs up, man.
Cut your
like
fucking wigs up.
It is. It's like everything but the garment itself looks great, and then it's like, oh, it's just a tart.
I was kind of sitting here watching it like, was this worth losing your mind over? Because
No.
what is it, like, what's happening? And I can't tell if it's the fabric, you know, it's a tarp, right? I can't tell if it's just the way that the fabric looks or if, like, literally it's a hole cut into a tarp. Because it doesn't look like there's any pleating. I don't see a single seam or anything. Like, I see nothing.
Yeah.
And then all these, like, fake flowers are glued to it kind of haphazardly.
Yeah. Well.
And as much as I live for Lexi, I also had this in Cut Your Wigs
Cut your
Up.
fucking wigs up.
This one was actually better than I thought it would be. I'm glad she went this route instead of the other one. And oh wait, no, that was for her actual construction.
Yeah, this is the one she brought.
Either way, this is the one she brought. So then I guess whatever. Either way, this is kind of cute. She's got good padding going on. Maybe visible hair would have been cute too, but I would give this a light grease.
Grease.
Yeah, the bubble maker kind of seemed pointless. Like, she just uses it a little bit at the end. My wish was that, like, this was really predictable for Hormona's aesthetic. Like, again, it's baby pink. It's got that vintagey pageant vibe.
Yeah.
Again. And, you know, we're on episode 6 and we kind of need to see you branch out. It's the same thing with Susie, you know, and we see a queen like Ariete who has a very stamped aesthetic, like a very signature, and we've seen her do different makeup and do different things where Hormona and Susie seem a little bit like stuck in it.
Stuck.
So I gave this a nooch. Okay, horror. Mona Lisa's inspiration was the leafy sea dragon.
This was so low effort in my opinion. Like, it doesn't look anything like a sea dragon. And she literally had to go out on the runway and go,
Right.
I'm a fish. No, this is gonna be a gross for me.
Didn't Gottmik do a leafy sea dragon look? And it was like
Yes!
everything?
Yes!
Yeah, this looks like you had a dress like this already and then you decided it could work.
100% that's what it looks like.
Yeah, so like I feel like I can't gross it because it's a nice dress.
Oh, you can't?
I mean, I feel like I can't. I said I felt! So I'm nooching it. But then Hormona's Sea Sickening Eleganza. That's what it is.
The sickening eleganza. I think it's tacky in the pattern and stuff, but like, and what is that underneath? I forgot about that.
They're trash bags, actually.
Yeah. This is like okay. I'm not like mega in love with it or super impressed either. All right, well then this would go towards the bottom of Cut Your Wigs Up.
Cut your fucking wigs
Okay.
up.
I was really harsh on this again because I'm just like sick of this,
Already said it.
you know,
You're
like
sick of her.
I'm sick of this, like her being stuck in this aesthetic and doing something that she's like super comfortable with. You know, it's cute, I guess. It's fun that she did like the pinafore with the whatever fucking garbage bags underneath it. But I did put this in Drag Delusion.
Drag delusion, girl.
Woo!
I mean, she's being delusional. Whoa, whoops.
All right, fine. I'll give you that. She's being delusional.
She is being delusional. We need to talk about this Lana Ja'Rae look. I need to know your thoughts.
So the real tea is that no. The real tea is that this is a cop-out for an outfit category in a ball.
Yeah.
She did wear the infamous fish shoes.
I know. I clocked that.
She does look beautiful. She is amazing and a beautiful, glowing, sexy drag queen. But this is not like enough, in my opinion.
It's nothing.
It's literally nothing. But yeah, this was low energy, low effort. She's like, I'm a hanger for clothing.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be a nooch.
And it's like, it's so small. I would gross this, but she does look beautiful, so it is a nooch for me.
She's hot.
Yeah, she is hot. And she's wearing the fish shoes, which is crazy. The purple sea urchin from Lana Ja'Rae.
It's okay. I'm gonna give it a light grease.
Yeah, it's all right. I don't think I feel as harshly about it as the judges did. Like, I thought this was okay. I thought it was different for Lana, and I appreciate that.
Like a darker side.
And it does kind of look like a sea urchin. Like, I could see the inspiration. So it could have been pushed further, sure, but I thought it was cute.
Right.
So this gets a grease for me.
This sea sickening eleganza look for Lana was really bad. It was bad. She had like all the way back to Adore, like hog body. There's no real shape to it. And it's like, you don't have to be a queen that wears pads, but you do have to have a silhouette and a shape. So like something's got to be bigger somewhere. This is a gross. This is a gross for me. Or no, it's a drag delusion.
Girl.
Okay, yeah, I agree that like this was a miss on so many levels.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, exposed zipper, just randomness, the weird like ties on it. It's a shame, really.
Very strange.
Is what it is. It's bad. And it was also crazy that like they did not show this being made at all, and then she came out and I was like, oh my god, where the fuck did this come from?
Like, oh shit.
So yeah, I also have her in Drag Delusion, which we can put her, I think she deserves the bottom one. Very cut your wigs up ass week for sure. Okay, so our tops this week were Crystal, Arietti, and Sam Starr.
Sam Starr.
And our bottoms were Acacia Forgot, Lana Ja'Rae, and
Whore.
But Arietti wins, which was super exciting, especially after last week where she tank Floppiana.
She tanked Floppiana, almost went fucking home, came back, slayed the next challenge, and won. Like, love that. Now her storyline's over. She can go home.
The story is complete, as Cody Rhodes would say. So we have our final lip sync to Get Him Back by Olivia Rodrigo with Lana Ja'Rae and Hormona Lisa.
I honestly thought that it was going to be more of like a bulldozing by Lana, but honestly, Hormona kind of really held her own. She did have like the little spark there, like, and you can see that, you know, she does perform. Mm-hmm. So I thought she did better than I expected. But it wasn't overall like a really exciting lip sync.
I was almost thinking, especially because of the kind of foreshadowing from Hormona in the beginning of the episode, I was like, send them both home.
Adrenaline in my butt.
Because I didn't feel the serviosity.
Servitude.
Yeah, I didn't feel it. Like, I don't know. And like, Carly, you would slay a lip sync to this song. I feel like this is a like pretty bomb ass song, and neither of them really encapsulated the energy for it.
Yeah. It has so much more attitude than either of them get.
Yes, yeah. And neither of them were giving that, you know, fuck him energy.
Right, like that kind of like crazy fuck him, but also like a little bit clever, tongue-in-cheek, kind of edgy girl, which Olivia Rodrigo really kind of brings. And I feel like Lana could do it, but
We will be live on Sunday this week for our Snatch Game review, as well as we're going to be going over some tea as to who we think is going to be on the next season of All Stars. So make
Boom,
sure you
boom,
turn
bam,
out
bam.
for that Sunday at 3 p.m. or 4, probably Eastern time.
I'm excited to see what other people are looking forward to for our next All Stars and our subsequent seasons coming up, because we've got a couple filming, a couple post-film. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thank you everybody for showing up. We love you. Goodbye.
Well, goodbye.